heard the story of the hot rod race where the Fords and Lincolns was setting the pace. That story is true, I'm here to say, cause I was driving that Model A. Got a Lincoln motor that's really souped up, but that Model 8 body makes it look like a pup. Got 8 cylinders and a use of my own. Got an overdrive, just won't stall. With 4 bell carbs and dual exhaust and 4 living gears, you can really get lost. Got safety tubes, but I don't care. Tires are good and the brakes are fair. Pulled out to San Pedro late one night, and the moon and the stars were shining bright. We were climbing up old Grapevine Hill, passing cars while they were standing still. Now all of a sudden, in a wink of an eye, a Cadillac sedan passed us by, and I said, boys, that's a mark for me. But by then, tail lights was all you could see. Now the boys, there's ribbed me for being behind, so I thought I'd make that Lincoln unwind. Took my foot off the gas, and man alive, I shoved it on down into overdrive. I wound it up to 110. My speedometer said that I'd reached top end. My foot was glued like lead to the floor. That's all there was, and there ain't no more. Now the boys all thought that I'd lost my sense. The telephone poles looked like a picket fence. I said, slow down, my eyes see spots. The lines on the roads just look like dots. Corner and sideswiped the truck, and I crossed my fingers just for luck. The fenders was clicking the guardrail post, and the guy beside me was white as a ghost. I had smoke coming from out of the back when I started to gain on that Cadillac. I knew I could catch him and thought I could pass. Don't you know, by then I'd be low on gas. Flames coming from out of the side, could feel the tension, man, what a ride. I said, look out boys, I got a license to fly, and that caddy pulled over and he let us by. Now all of a sudden she started knocking down as if she started to rock, and I looked at my mirror, red lights was blinking, the cops was after my hot rod Lincoln. Well, they arrested me and they throw me in jail. They called my pappy to throw my bail, and he said, son, you're gonna drive me to drinking if you don't stop driving that hot rod Lincoln.